Bombing, episode 83.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to episode 83 of Bombing Podcast with very special guest Luke Walls.
Luke Walls. Everybody give
Welcome
it
to
up
the
for
pod,
him.
dude. Thanks for coming in. I know it was a long drive.
It was a long drive from the corner of this living room. I'm currently squatting in the Jennings living room, and it's honestly pretty nice.
Yeah, how's it been here at Casa de Bombing?
So I'm right next to the air conditioning. That's nice.
That's pretty good.
Because it's been real hot these last few days. The neighborhood and the stairs are an issue.
The stairs are an issue for
You're
me
on the third
as
floor.
well.
The stairs are steep. There's a lot of them. Parking at night has been a little weird, and I'm like, well, there goes my car.
Yep.
But the positives, air conditioning, that's a big one.
It's pretty good.
Pretty comfy air mattress you got, because I have been sleeping on a couch.
Yeah, you've been slumming it lately.
The way I do it is I start my night of sleep on the couch after I finish my episode of Lost.
There you
And
go.
then when I wake up to go to the bathroom, which will happen every time, then after I come back from the bathroom, I move to the mattress.
The mattress.
And it's great.
It's a good mattress.
Also, here's the thing. It's never been more apparent to me that you two were raised by two moms than when I came here to live. It's very clean here.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is.
And
We run a tight ship.
the way Ryan cared for me as I came into the apartment was so nice.
I was not here for this.
Yeah, you were here. He's like, all right, let's get you set up. And
Yeah,
he
just
like,
set it all up, man.
The bed, it was made like very like Hispanic made professionally. I'm like, is this what it's like to be tucked in?
Yeah, that's what it's like to be loved and cared for.
It
I
was
think.
so nice. Yeah, I couldn't be more grateful.
Oh, good,
Especially because I'm very aware of how long I'm here for. And you guys have been so nice about
Well,
it.
we're happy to have you, dude.
Yes.
Yeah, I just got off of work and you just came over. Well, the most important thing is to make sure you're comfortable here, because if you're not comfortable, then it's just you're not having a good time.
Yeah.
And if you're not having a good time or comfortable, then you just feel out of place, and all that can be wiped away in a conversation.
It's one of the most basic things. It's like shelter. Nothing is more anxiety inducing than trying to figure out like where you're gonna stay.
Yeah,
So
it's unnecessary.
to take that off
Stress.
of someone else, it's
It's also nice. I've forgotten this in the last little bit because like I've been in my own Airbnbs for the last few months, and then before that it was me and my roommate who's also a comic, but like we never talked in the apartment, only at mics and stuff.
oh, for real?
Yeah.
How stale was that?
For like a year. I mean, it was great. Best roommate I've ever had. But it is nice having just people around to run bits by.
It's pretty good.
When you're just sitting around.
That's half our interactions. It's just
Yeah.
bits. It's like
Yeah.
like one of us will make a joke like, "Is that anything?" And most of the time, it's like, "No, don't."
Yeah.
I wouldn't bring that on stage.
Sometimes it's bits.
Sometimes.
I
yeah.
think the push-ups from earlier, that's a funny bit.
That was a
yeah.
fun riff.
Which
Ryan
one?
was doing push-ups and we were shitting on him.
Yeah, and it was the weirdest thing. I get down to do push-ups. Or no, I'm doing my push-ups that I do
In the kitchen.
in the kitchen because Luke was in here. I usually do them in here. And Hayden looked at me doing push-ups and said, "What are you doing?" I stopped and I said, "What does it look like I'm doing? I'm doing push-ups." But you're like, why are in the apartment? Go to the gym. And I was like, why would I go to a gym just to do push-ups? I'm just doing some push-ups.
It
was
reads like a
funny.
Seinfeld bit.
Yeah.
In honesty, there was nothing wrong with what he was doing.
Nope.
But we weren't going to let that be the
No,
case.
no one can get away with doing normal things without getting called out.
What was funny was you were like, you were just like, I don't know what you're like. What are you doing? And I was like, it's the earliest workout ever invented.
It's the first one.
Yeah, push-ups, dude. So
Push-ups are lame.
It was lift heavy rock and then push-ups in
Yeah.
that order.
Yeah.
that was it. Yeah, we're happy to have you here, though, dude.
Yeah, man.
No, it's been good.
Look, anything that keeps
And
you out
what
of goddamn Canada.
adventures lie ahead? I can't wait to find out. We still got to watch Down for Love.
Can't wait for that.
That's going to be
What's
fun.
down for love?
It's going to be Rift City, buddy.
Down for Love.
It is, Love on the Spectrum,
Oh no.
but with Down syndrome.
Oh no.
Which I didn't think ethically they could do.
Yeah?
But they did it, and they didn't do it ethically. It's so much fun.
Oh no. Is this British TV?
New Zealand.
New Zealand. All right, so it's like kind of British.
Yeah, it's wild.
We have a mic just after this. We're filming this podcast right before we go bomb at Fourth Wall Cafe.
Yeah. It's 6:25 right now. We got about an hour and a half.
Yeah. Got to get mics in for my show tomorrow.
Mhm.
This will be out afterwards, but
You're going up at the same place.
that's right.
Fourth Wall Cafe.
Yeah, I don't mind going to like a mic before a show, like at the same place, like just to knock the dust off the room, get comfortable in that.
I'll always try to if I can.
Yeah. Also, yeah, just doing a mic day of a show, which I'll do tomorrow. I'll try to fit a mic in. Helps a lot. I noticed.
To the extent possible, I always just try to treat a day where I have a show as like a regular night.
Yeah.
Only one of the things I'm doing is a show. But I'll try to do as many mics as I can, like before or after.
Yeah. I always have to psych myself out. I have to go like run and do 100 push-ups and
See, now this is where we differ.
Ryan has to have like
a cold shower.
Ryan has a whole day planned out like for his show.
Yeah.
And I'm very much the opposite. I'm very much just like wake up, have breakfast and a cup of coffee, watch YouTube for like a couple hours, and then just go down and do it.
I just got to make sure I'm stable enough to make it to the stool.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, I'm good.
Because my thing is like I've already done the show. It's it's already happened. I've already done all these bits. It's just a matter of going up and doing them, a 20th time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess what all else is like I do all that stuff on days I don't have shows, on like free days. Like I will go on a hike and stuff, but it is it takes a lot for me to like run smoothly.
Yeah.
Like as far as maintenance, like upkeep, I have to go on the run and do the push-ups and get the sleep and like have the cold shower, have the Red Bull 2 hours before the show, driving there. Like it's a lot of upkeep, I think.
I just accept that I'm like the car from Grapes of Wrath by the time they get to California, and I'm just there's all these popping sounds and
Grinding when you're shifting.
yeah, none of the belts work right.
Oh no. Yeah, I got
That's how I do it.
a lot of upkeep.
Although
And then it goes for a good show, I've noticed. When I'm feeling good, the show goes good.
Look, as long as it works.
Yeah, it works. That's
Yeah.
what works for me.
on those nights when I have roast battle, though, I'm like trying to get in as many as I can.
I was asking you earlier about is it because you have like that 2-week approach where you have the first week you just write roast battle jokes
Yeah.
and the week before you run them at open mics. So is it less? I was asking you, is it less stressful knowing that for 2 weeks you don't have to do material, you don't have to come up with anything new, or is it more stressful knowing that you like have these confines, these walls that you have to work within? You can only make jokes
Luke
like
walls.
this.
Well, nice. Well, for the first week, I am just doing normal material at the mics, and then just once I'm done mics, I'll go for I'll either take a bath or go for a walk somewhere nice, usually like Santa Monica Beach or like Colorado Avenue, Colorado Boulevard in Pasadena, stuff like that. And then I just write there.
Yeah, that's your little ritual.
And then, but yeah, no, the week before, at first it's nice, like it is kind of relieving, but you also know it's going to go bad almost every time. Because most people at mics aren't like, they either don't know the person you're roasting or they're just like, I don't want to hear this at a mic. So that like this week sucks.
Yeah.
Always for mics. Yeah, like there are a few mics where it goes well and you like get good feedback, but for the most part it sucks. But it is relieving being like I don't have to think of anything.
Yeah, but you'll like riff on top.
Yeah, I'll
Like
do
last night,
quick
you
riffing
did
at the beginning.
Quick riffs, and it was funny.
Yeah.
Making fun of Tom for being too loud and, typical talking about Chicago.
I gave the host the light during his set last night. It was a lot of
I
fun.
forgot all about that. Yeah. That was so funny.
And then you got into your stuff, but it does help. Yeah, I guess it does help because most of the people in that room specifically knew who you were talking about.
Yeah.
Have you ever shown a picture?
No. I will. Sometimes I'll be like, you can look them up on Instagram.
Yeah.
And a lot of times people do. Like I do that whenever I find out someone's roasting someone I don't know and I'm in the audience.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is fun. I've seen people just like walk through the audience with their phone, and I just don't think it's worth it. And it always kind of gets them into a laughing mood when you're just giving the description of them in the most negative terms possible.
Yeah, just saying all bad shit.
So I'm like, yeah, Guam is 51. He's fat. He's a con. Or he's an ex-con. He's got kids. He's divorced. And then you just say all these things off, and they're like, is this the roast? So that helps. But
How do you pick which jokes to run? Is it just based on the response, or do you have ones that you're like, no, this is good, and I'm standing by it?
Everything I wrote,
Yeah.
I run. Yeah.
Hmm.
There's like as the week goes on, there's some I'm like I'm definitely not going to use this one,
Yeah.
and then I'll get rid of it. But yeah, no, there's usually like quite a bit of jokes that I'm like I might still use on the day of,
Yeah.
and that's the toughest thing on that Tuesday is just picking which jokes you're going to do.
Because you only get 3, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever pulled on stage last minute audible, you're like, nope, not doing that one, doing this one, and it fucking kills?
All the time.
Yeah.
You kind of have to do that because you don't. Cause like, if they say something about a certain topic and you have a joke that pertains to that topic, but you weren't gonna do it,
Yeah.
then it's usually better to just go with that if it's a good joke you have confidence in.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, and then there's like overtime, and then you got to be like, okay, I didn't plan to do this one, but I'm gonna do it.
Yeah. And you got some.
And then there's double
stored.
overtime.
Have you ever gone to double overtime?
Yeah, this last one with JP,
Damn.
and it was that was the one where I got the belt. And
Speaking of which,
Oh, we didn't even bring that up.
we didn't even mention we're talking to the belt holder.
the belt
folks.
holder right now.
Where is this?
It's
thing?
in his
the
car
car.
down the street.
Oh
But
my god.
it's like right across the street.
We'll go get it.
We
We'll
can
go
pause
get
at some point and grab it.
it. We'll grab it. Oh, we should have had it right here.
Yeah, yeah. We're talking to the belt holder right here.
This is a
Luke
good
Wall.
way to make you guys bring stuff in from my car.
I'll bring it all up.
You got any
if you can
groceries down there?
Bring
Like-
the belt.
I got a suitcase that I'm a little nervous about having in the back of my car visible. What was I saying? Oh yeah, but with JP, so it went to double overtime, and Jay Light, who's like a good host, he's a host or he's a judge of it, and he's also like a writer for BattleBots.
Nice.
Which like everyone that like a lot of the people that like run Roast Battle are writers for BattleBots, which is cool.
BattleBots?
Or maybe it's Robot Wars,
What is that? I've never heard of that.
like fighting robots. Like people
oh, where
build
they
them.
where they like Beyblade robots around a
Yeah, and then they ruined it by finding out that just almost all of them, the best way to do it is just have it slanted and pop up when they hit the other one.
Yeah, and launch
yeah,
them
I've
in
seen
the air.
clips of that. Yeah,
I like the I like the Beybladey ones, like
Yeah.
small ones.
Yeah, yeah,
You know, the featherweight divisions of those are the fun ones to watch. But yeah, he was like, let's do Burnout, where you just, each guy goes and keeps doing a joke
Damn.
until one of them runs out. And I was like, please, 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 'cause I had so many jokes left.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But they just did double overtime, and I won there.
Good.
But yeah,
That's
so you
why you
gotta
got the
have like a
belt.
lot of extra jokes, and
Yeah, now you're next week you're trying to defend the title as belt holder.
yeah,
Against-
against Guam
against
Felix,
A comedy store door guy.
who has also done so many roasts.
Paid regular, right?
I don't think so.
No. Well, you can make fun of him for that.
I do have a couple jokes about like, why aren't you farther along?
You're 50. I didn't see your name on this wall.
You're almost as old as this club, and
That's great. I'll be there next Tuesday.
that's good. I was thinking I would have you carry the belt in for me.
Yes, I'll be your fucking ring guy.
And
Yeah,
then-
you should wear a bikini too, like the hot
Yes,
chicks,
yes.
and just bring it in
And I'll
above
have
your
a
head.
towel over my neck and
Uh-huh.
a headband and the belt.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, if like anyone questions me, I'll be like, the Old Testament kings never carried their own armor
That's true.
until it was time
I'm
to fuck
there.
up the Philistines.
I'm there.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be your ring guy, dude.
Yeah, all right, we got that worked out. 'cause
I'll
I'm
walk in with the
I'm not
belt.
carrying it.
I can't believe that's so funny.
I hate that there's a physical belt so much.
That's the difference between you and me.
Because I love it. I love that there's a real belt. I'm on board with the belt.
It's the stupidest thing. I don't like showmanship, and
I
so
love it.
it's so anti what I am.
Yeah, it is.
And some people, some people that do wrestle love it, and I'm like, we're not the same.
Dude,
Because it's
it-
like a WrestleMania belt,
Yeah,
folks.
look-
And I would not leave the house without it around my shoulder.
And
I would go to work with it, the grocery store, the bank.
Not only that, I would pull up to the next roast battle in a white limousine with bull horns on the front.
Oh, yeah.
And walk out in a diamond suit.
Yeah.
And just kowtow it all the way up to the belly room.
I would bring that belt to other roasts at different places I'm not even involved in,
Yeah.
and just be like,
Assert-
belt holder.
Assert your dominance.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm so nervous for your guys' success. It's gonna go bad so quickly.
Oh, it's gonna be great. It's gonna go down in style.
Yeah, yeah. A stretch 70s Cadillac.
That's right, with the bulls.
Yeah, yeah. And ivory white, black interior.
We've had this argument for a long time about how we want to pull up to the Comedy Store in a 70s stretch white limousine with bullhorns on the front, get out in suits, go in and bomb. But
Yeah.
but yeah, you know, with the belt though. But you don't like that.
It's gonna
kind of
make
stuff.
people from your part of the country look so bad.
Yeah, it is.
Like they already look bad. I don't think you can scrape together.
Are you
that
gonna have it
reputation.
branded with that first draft of the Confederate flag you
That
guys got everywhere in this
is
apartment?
a Tennessee flag, folks.
Guys, that is not. I know you can't see it. That is not a Confederate flag.
You just have to kind of trust us.
It is the state flag of Tennessee. I know it bears a weird resemblance, but
Every morning I wake up and wish I was in the land of cotton.
It's close though.
it's
It
so
is.
close, dude. It's like it's almost there.
It's the exact same shades.
Yeah, like
It's just missing the bars
if
instead of that
if
circle.
you just move the stripes from the side to an X shape, it's like it's right there.
yeah,
Dang, it's a good looking flag though.
great looking flag, great state.
Better than that dumb bear on the California flag.
Yeah, fuck
that
that.
flag stinks.
Fuck.
It's already
California.
white, like they're ready to surrender.
Yeah.
Pussies, dude.
I won't hear bad talks about California. I'm so sad to be leaving.
yeah. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
going to the
dude.
only place worse than California, Canada.
Oh man,
That
It's-
stinks.
where people can get sued for making fun of retarded people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how they can even air Down for Love on that in that country.
Dude, the LA comedy community is taking a big hit with you leaving.
Yeah.
I say
think
leaving,
so.
but
Yeah, I'll be back as soon as I can.
yeah.
But
It's not
I
gonna
don't
be
know.
the
It
same.
could be good.
Yeah.
For context, I'm leaving LA because I don't have a work visa anymore, so I'm going to Toronto.
And we've tried to marry him and he won't let us.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is the worst part about having immigration issues is the 400 hack jokes of let's just marry him
Yeah.
that I hear every day when I have to try to explain
Oh,
that.
I
bet.
bet you're sick of that, dude.
I bet.
Oh, so sick. And the thing is, like, I don't mind it from, like, non-comics. But I remember last time I was getting sent up, Eric Wheelo, who, like, hosted the improv open mic on the patio during the pandemic. And he's a working professional comic.
Yeah.
He used to write for Conan. But until that show ended. But he made the joke, and I'm like, dude,
Ah,
You're
do
better
this-
than this.
You do this for a living, buddy.
it is right there to grab, though.
Yeah,
I
but
mean, it's right
that's
there.
your sense should be like, well, then don't grab
That's
it.
true.
That's the problem with like so many like when new comics start and they're like, how come people aren't laughing at this? It's because you're not going that extra step.
Mhm.
Like whenever there's like a joke like that, you have to have the discipline to be like, I'm not gonna make that joke. But if I have something that's like a couple extra steps that makes it unique,
Yeah,
then it can be a great joke.
that's true.
But yeah, it's unbelievable how everyone, and then I'm like, it's comics I respect.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's also like amplified for me because I'm hearing it so often.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It just thinks that there is nothing we can do.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, this could turn out well. I mean, the thing is also like, because ultimately I want to get an O1 visa as like a comic, and that's gonna be easier to do if I'm in Canada.
Yeah.
So
That's so funny. Some dude from immigration is like writing on your visa. He's really funny. Let him in.
yeah, well, that's basically what you need. Is you need a bunch of letters from like people in the industry being like, he's funny.
That's just funny how that's how you get into the country. It's just like he makes people go ha ha a bunch. He's good.
He's funny. Trust us.
Yeah.
He has some really good thoughts about Puerto Ricans. Let him in. That is the thing. I need Trump to win.
So do I.
I need an administration that says racism is funny.
Gives you a career.
Yeah. Good old Donnie. 45 and 47, right?
Eh. I don't know. That Indian guy also seems like he might say some fun stuff and be on my side.
Vivek, dude.
Yeah. Eminem was like, stops using my music. Eminem is such a faggot now.
Yeah, he used to be hardcore.
And I can
shit.
say that about him because he said it so much before he, stopped being cool. And I hate Eminem. Everything he's put out in the last like decade sucked, and it's all like white savior shit. I don't know why I'm harping on this, but
I
yeah.
haven't listened to Eminem since middle school.
No one has.
Yeah.
But he's still like, in his mind, he's still like a huge influence.
You know, it's funny. Eminem to me is like the we should try to get married pun for you because I've got compared to him my whole life. Oh, Eminem.
yeah.
Oh, Eminem.
Yeah.
Oh, here's
Yeah.
Eminem.
Just because you're blonde and
Yeah.
have short hair.
Here's Slim Shady. Oh, Slim Shady's here.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
like the
Speaking of like
It's the same thing.
comparisons, so that Jam in the Van roast that I did with Miranda Meadows
Yeah.
came out today, and I looked at the comments, and the first two are just like comparing me to other comics, and it's like meant to be an insult, but I'm like, fuck yeah, because one was like, he looks like Daniel Tosh's retarded brother, and I'm like, Daniel Tosh. Daniel Tosh is a handsome man.
Yes, he is.
And the other one was he stands like Ari Shafir, and I'm like, above all others. But then there was one that said, this is not it, and I'm going to find that man's family and kill him.
Because that is it.
Yeah. I remember the first time the first time I grew my hair out really long. It was like 2017 or something like that. Someone told him as like he tried to be a compliment. He was like, "Yo, you look like Philip Seymour Hoffman in Boogie Nights." And I was like, "Oh, god damn it, dude!
Come on, dude.
Come on, man! You can do better than that. I might shave my head tonight. Who knows?"
How many years in the making is that?
Since they first started masks in LA,
Hell yeah.
I was not gonna go get my haircut wearing a mask,
Yeah.
and I was just like, I'll just not do it.
Yeah.
Fuck that. That's so dumb.
It is dumb.
It's super dumb.
It was dumb.
It's about to be dumb again, from what I'm hearing.
That's what I've heard as well.
Yeah.
I think the next time around, I hope I'm going to be a lot better about just being completely defiant.
Yeah.
And not going with it at all.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna hurt people like physically.
Now that we, looking back, know that none of it was true.
yeah, this
Like
is
with the masks
Yeah.
and with the vaccines, it's like, it would be foolhardy to just go along with it.
yeah
Yeah.
I-
I'll get arrested this time.
yeah. I'll hurt people. I will harm.
I was close last time.
This is a threat. I will harm people physically.
Yeah.
That's the thing, is there's so many comics that are like, we're just going to keep doing it.
Yeah, those were dark times.
That was a
Dark
great
times.
time thing though, when I like came back to LA and I was like, oh, the comedy community, for the most part, the cool ones just ignored it, and the people you don't want
Yes.
to talk to were gone.
Yep.
Yeah. It really did. It like rang out LA kind of.
Yeah.
Which is weird because like we moved here in 2020, so we didn't have any kind of view of what the comic scene was like before then.
Yeah.
And our first introduction to stand up in Los Angeles was on a sidewalk in Santa Monica, doing mics where like you know every punchline got stepped on by a truck going.
Yeah. No, I did one
Those sucked.
just off the train tracks,
Yeah.
and that was
It was like East LA.
there's no this was in Canada. There's no talking over a train.
Yeah, no, there's not.
Especially because it's like in town near the crossing, so you are hearing the horns constantly.
Yeah.
Man, those were so bad. I hadn't thought about that in a minute, dude. Those sidewalk mics.
The nice thing about the masks is that it did kind of tell you who wasn't going to be cool. Because there was a point where it's like, okay, if you're wearing them, you're doing it for a statement. And so you knew like who knew not to talk to after mics. And
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. I almost got in fights during those years. And this time I restrained myself. But this time I'll go to jail. I'll go to prison. I'll go to prison.
oh,
this
and then
time.
you'll crush at mics in prison.
Yeah, dude, I'll be so funny.
If enough people get arrested because of not wearing masks.
What's the deal with getting prison raped, right? Hey guys.
Hey, isn't that crazy?
Isn't that nuts when a guy just bends you over in the library
You
and
know-
four other dudes just put their dick in your butt?
You know when you're trying, you drop the soap? That's weird.
How? Explain to me. Who do I talk to about the fact that we can make wine in toilets, but we haven't developed soap with handles?
Huh? Hack prison joke.
This guy knows, right?
This guy.
Although you could just tell who's Jew. Like, that's the problem with, like, the race gangs. Is, like, if you do stand-up comedy, it's like, well, we can tell who's Jewish in this prison now. Aryan Brotherhood's job
yeah.
got so much easier.
I'd have to shave my head. I'd have to join the Aryan Brotherhood.
I would.
And get like a swastika tattoo on my like forehead.
I might become king first day.
They would love my comedy.
They would. They would, dude.
I love the idea of Luke Walls being the head of a Nazi prison gang. That's hilarious.
You would
like they
move
all
up.
report to you.
And it's like I'm just like I'm their leader unwittingly, and then I find out they're actually killing Jews, and I'm like, whoa,
Hey, guys.
these are
Hey,
just
guys.
jokes. If it was funny to be on their side, I'd have done it.
Hey guys, I'm just fooling. All right. Have you ever been to jail?
Have I been to jail?
Or-
I've like visited.
Yeah, visited.
Yeah, in like law school, we went to the one downtown.
Yeah, damn. You never spend a night like in the drunk tank or something?
No,
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
I went.
I'm a very good boy.
Yeah, I know.
I went to school next to a jail one time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got kicked out of like 8th grade, and they sent me to this place. It's called the Alternative Learning Center in Middle Tennessee, and it was just this school that was attached by a really thick iron door to a jail. And so you'd be going from like math class to science class or whatever, and you just hear like like a prison riot going on. None of the bathroom doors, none of the bathrooms like stalls had doors on them, and someone would have to watch you poop to make sure that you like didn't have drugs in there or anything. It was
Yeah.
a really weird
It's very
experience.
depressing.
When I was in the psych ward, they have like the juvenile psych ward and the adult psych ward. The only separation is a door.
Yeah.
And so like every once in a while you'd hear someone in the adult psych ward just freak out and like start attacking people. And yeah, the nurses would always be like, it's fine. This happens. There's a door. And I'm like, it's not locked. I've seen you guys go through it. But I was like, cool. I was like chill about it because my mom was in that adult psych ward a bunch.
Yeah.
So I was like, I know what's on the other side.
There's nothing funnier than an adult like freak out, like a spaz.
Yeah.
Just get, I can't take it. Fuck.
Get it together. I've
Except
been,
there, it's always like, they're coming to get me.
I've been in the drunk tank 3 times.
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Ryan's
Huh.
got a little bit of a history.
I
Dude.
was a bad boy. I got in some trouble.
Sounds like you both were.
Yeah.
Which is funny because now you're so domesticated.
Yeah, well, I was it's the funniest thing. Like, I was always a good boy. I just got in trouble sometimes. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, that's consistent.
you know what I mean? Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. But like, I got like out of trouble a lot. Also, when I would get into trouble, I would get out of it because I was like a good boy.
So you know, as a good boy, I climbed a lot of fences when they were coming after me.
Yeah. Yes. And yeah, I got myself into some trouble. Could have used a lawyer.
Yeah.
A couple of those times.
Yeah. Like what?
Oh, I just public intoxication.
I mean, I've heard these stories.
Yes, just having drinks and then being outside is a bad idea. I guess.
yeah. That's
And now
the,
you
the
won't.
worst combo.
And now you guys won't stay at the Comedy Store past 10:30.
Yeah,
Look,
yeah.
I think it's called growth. I think it's on our personal journey we've learned.
I think it's actually worse than that. We want to get home so we can drink here.
That's true. As soon as
That's-
you guys get here, you guys make a little cocktail.
Make a couple cocktails, yes. But we're under the ceiling instead of outside.
Yeah.
So that's better, right?
Do you not stay out because you're afraid you're going to learn? Because we learned something about Ryan last night. He's thinking about getting a new video game.
Yeah.
And he's going through them. And any game that he thought might be even in the smallest bit educational, he's like, nope, won't do it.
Well, not
Won't learn.
Not y'all's fucking nerd level. Oh, Civ 6. Ooh, like, hey guys, let's play Civ 6.
Hold on, you're outnumbered
Wait.
here. Civ 6 is a top tier.
Greatest game of all
S-tier
time.
game, yeah.
Also,
That's the
you
nerdiest
can't be like,
fucking
I really,
summer school shit I've ever seen.
you can't be like, I really want to play video games, but I don't want to be a nerd.
No, I don't want to fucking
Dive in, Playboy.
Civ 6. I want to play like Red Dead 2, Call of Duty, like Sly Cooper. I don't want to learn history and
Red Dead 2 is a history learning game.
No, it's not. It's a shoot 'em up western. Not you reading. I've watched you
We
play
tricked you into learning.
Civ 6. I watch you play Civ 6, and you're reading paragraphs. I'm like,
Yeah.
what are you reading?
It's called
Get a gun and fucking
no,
shoot somebody.
no, it's not about getting a gun. It's about making the manufacturing hub that can create guns and then eventually tanks and eventually nukes. It's chess in the modern realm, Ryan. You just can't.
Lost them all on chess.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we all know how fun chess is, guys.
Chess is fun.
Chess is
yeah,
really fun.
Yeah, chess is a fucking
It's even
blast.
funner when it's animated on TV and narrated by fucking the guy from Lord of the Rings.
Also, Listen, this guy's like, I don't want to learn history, but I would like to know all the inner workings of an airplane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like if it's airplanes.
Yeah. What if Civ 6 was about a Boeing 747?
Oh, that's tight. That's pretty tight.
Oh, that's tight.
There
like-
are planes in Civ 6.
Yeah.
I like airplane games, but you don't get to fly them. You just click here.
No, yeah, and you tell them to bomb your neighboring village so you can conquer them.
Are you saying it wouldn't be fun to be Oppenheimer?
Yeah.
I want to fly planes, drop bombs, shoot people, parachute into places, discover a lost treasure. Those are the games I
You're
like.
telling me you don't want to build an empire? You don't want to conquer neighboring nations? That has no appeal to you.
You're not going to get that stretch limo until you build an empire.
Exactly.
Not from above looking down. I want to be on the front lines.
So your issue is you're afraid of heights.
I have my skydiving license. I'm not
But
afraid
also
of
love
heights.
planes.
Civ 6 is not fun.
It's
For me.
It's the greatest game ever created, and I can't wait for 7 to come out next year.
Hell yeah.
It
Well,
is-
good. I'm looking forward to you guys playing that.
Oh, you will. You'll hear us talk about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys won't stop talking about that game.
Even if I'm in Canada, me and Hayden will Zoom, and we'll just play.
I'd be down, dude. as long as I can, as long as I can cheat and play as like Rome. If I get like an overpowered Civ, then yeah, I'll play as them.
Yeah, if you play as a white country, you're really set for life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't stick me in like fucking Zimbabwe. I'm not playing as Zimbabwe. I'm playing as Rome or America. That's it.
You know what though I don't like the most about that game is there was this one time you spent 5 hours.
Yeah, it's a long gameplay.
5 hours.
Yes.
Setting up the country or whatever. And
It's called
and then-
turns.
Okay,
Yeah. Yes.
Well, and then this happens. Ready?
Yeah.
And then I walk in the room. The screen just goes black,
Yeah.
and it just goes. You lost.
Well, that's because China developed moon technology before I did.
Yeah.
And I should have been more tech heavy, and I wasn't.
Well,
so I
went.
lost.
I went. What happened? The screen just went blank, and you went, "Oh, the game's over. I lost."
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
"What?" But it's been 5 hours.
Your issue with the game shouldn't be that Hayden's bad at it. This doesn't happen to me when I play.
What happens when you play?
The screen goes blank and says you won. It says you got rid of all the dirty erases.
Got to moon first.
Congratulations, Mahatma Gandhi.
I don't know. You see, you want to get your little guys to the moon first. I want to be in a spaceship flying through space like fucking Starfield.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I can't get for some reason.
Yeah. How mad are
So
you? that
funny
you-
to watch.
I was so upset yesterday, wasn't I?
Oh yeah, Luke. I wasn't there for this. Tell the viewers what it was like. Ryan's arc from buying a game to not being able to.
So the night before, Ryan's like, you know any good games I should get into? I'm like, Starfield looks cool. He's like, oh, I've seen some stuff about that. He spends a few hours.
For
just
sure.
watching videos about Starfield, getting amped.
Yeah, very.
And
good.
then he comes in the living room and he's like, I'm going to pre-order it. And then he's like, where is it? Why is this not working?
Because I have a PlayStation 5.
And then he Googles it. It's never going to be on the PlayStation 5.
Ever, dude. And I got so excited.
The change in Ryan's demeanor was spectacular. A complete 180.
I was so upset afterwards.
How defeated did you feel?
So defeated. And just confused, like, you
Just
know.
like Hayden playing Civ.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Just angry at the world. I was like, fucking bullshit. Why not just put it on the thing? It's just a different plastic
And
box.
then this morning, he's watching videos about Starfield again, like just like he's looking at pictures of an ex-girlfriend on Instagram.
Worse than that, I'm watching other people play Starfield.
You're the cuck. You're cucking. You're cucking Starfield, dude.
Someone fucking my ex-girlfriend. Dude. I'm cucking Starfield on YouTube.
You're a Starfield cuck, is what you're saying.
I pretty much played the first, half
As a cuck.
as a cuck. Yeah.
Yes.
And man, it looked good. it looked good.
Yeah, that made the whole staying here worthwhile.
I'll get something else because I don't know. I don't game hard. Like I'm not a gamer at all.
I really
I play
only
the big good games.
I really only do like Civ 6, and then like every 2.5 years, I'll do a speed run through KOTOR,
Yeah.
and that's kind of it.
Yeah.
And
And not Need for Speed, Gran Turismo.
Gran Turismo, yeah.
Oh, you gotta play Forza.
Oh yeah, I've heard about Forza.
Forza's a shit, and like.
Am I gonna look it up and it's not gonna be on PlayStation?
Maybe
Because I know a lot about Forza.
It's like there's also like the online aspect where like it has little ghost cars of like what your friends have done.
Yeah.
So call it Cars with Friends.
Our ghost
And,
car is just like Paul Walker's Porsche,
There are like a lot of famous cars. It would be funny if they did that.
and then
it
his
just-
ghost is in there.
It just stops dead.
It just wraps around a tree.
Yeah, like obviously Grand Theft Auto.
Well, see, that's
Call
the
of
thing.
Duty.
That's the issue with people who grew up playing Xboxes for so long. We couldn't play Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
And then you finally can, but your mom's like, no.
Yeah.
You're like, Mom, it's a car game. It's a game about cars.
That's the lie you had to tell your parents.
yeah. It's like it's about driving cars, and they walk in when you're in the strip club. You're like, Mom, no,
Get out!
get out of here.
yeah, there's always like a 20-minute period. You're like, I hope she stays out getting groceries.
Yeah.
You're hitting a
And
hooker.
dude, why did your parents always walk in when it was like the hot lady in the bikini on the loading
Yeah.
screen? You're like, it's about cars. I promise, it's about cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, ours was always like, obviously, yeah, there's like banging hookers and all that, but you don't have to do that.
Yeah, that's.
But then there's always like 2 missions where, yeah, you have to like torture an Arab or something.
Yeah. Mhm.
Or there's like the battery clamp to the nipples thing. It's
Yeah.
like, you can't like it's about cars your way out of an argument like that.
No.
Well, the funny thing is there's that, because like your parents would have, like, every parent has heard about Grand Theft Auto, so they're like on high alert for that. And like even like doing family law, every January there would be one parent that brought up the fact that like the other parent bought the kids Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, is
And
that a
they'd be
big
like-
thing in like
yeah, and then
divorce
they'd be
courts?
like, "Oh, this is a reason that I should get more parenting time because he doesn't know what he's doing."
Yeah.
And judges are always like, "Shut up,"
Yeah.
Good.
because it's fine.
Good.
But what's funny is like Grand Theft Auto, like back when I was in like 10th grade, Saints Row came out.
I remember Saints Row. Yeah.
Saints Row 2 is still one of my favorite games of all time, and like I still play it.
That's where you could beat people to death with a long dildo, right?
There's all kinds of dildo type weapons, but it's so much more over the top and like worse than what Grand Theft Auto was, to the point where Grand Theft Auto even like, or Rockstar put out a statement being like, "This is so lowbrow. Play our game." But yeah,
That's
like,
a pretty low bar when Grand Theft Auto 5 is the high road. That's the classy.
your
road.
parents just don't look into Saints Row, and it's but yeah, I remember seeing a meme once, and it's like a development office, and they're all like talking about new ideas for the new Saints Row. It's like, what about just a dildo as a weapon? They're like, we've done that. He's like, what about like a dildo? It's like 8 dildos, and like, done it too. He's like, what about a rocket launcher that shoots out dildos? Like, you son of a bitch.
Sold.
I'll take your entire stock. Let's go.
That game was just awesome, though. There was one where you just got like a manure spreader and you had to spray it over like a nice neighborhood to lower property values. And
Oh, dude, let's do that now.
Saints Row 2 is the best.
Let's do that in real life. I mean in Minecraft. Let's do that in Minecraft.
It's also the closest I came to crying during a cutscene.
Which cutscene?
There's like when you're fighting the Hispanic gang. I think it's in Saints Row 2, and then you have like this young lieutenant that's like working with you, and then he dies because
Yeah.
they kill him, and I was like, oh
Yeah.
man, it's my favorite little cholo, and yeah, such a good game.
I was taken back by Red Dead 2 because
Yeah.
like we grew up not gaming. Like we always grew up behind. Like everyone had PS4s and we still had a PS2. And we barely used it.
We were always like 2 PlayStations behind what the
our
new thing was.
whole growing up.
Yeah.
Again, 2 moms.
Yeah. And so I played Red Dead 2 years ago.
Okay.
Red Dead 2. And so I didn't know anything really about it, and I started it, and I finished it in like a month or whatever. And I was just like, this is the greatest game I've ever played.
It was so amazing. I bought it my last year of law school, like bumping right up to the point where I should be studying for the bar.
Yeah.
And oh man, it just took over.
It's so good.
Did
You still haven't played it.
No, I haven't played it, but did you run into that thing where like you finish the game and it's like you want to talk about Red Dead now, but no one gives a shit anymore?
Yeah, no one cares.
No one gives a
I'm
fuck.
like, how good is Red Dead 2?
And they're like, what?
yeah, that was great.
That's
in high
like
school.
asking how good Independence Day
Also,
was.
you don't
Yeah.
finish Red Dead 2.
It's never
I've played
finished.
through it 3 times, and there's so much like extra stuff.
Yeah.
And you can go through the whole map of the first Red Dead 1.
Mhm.
It's a blast.
Damn.
My favorite's
And I learned so much, and
just-
so did Ryan.
They just put Red Dead 1 on.
My favorite's the
PlayStation.
lasso thing. I watched Ryan like lasso a guy and then like put him on a train track and then a choo-choo runs him fucking over.
Yeah.
I remember when
should
it
play that game.
came out, my teacher, or when Red Dead 1 came out, my teacher was like, she's like, yeah, I'm playing this Western game because of its historical accuracy.
See,
Learning.
that's okay.
My teacher was learning.
That's
I had
light,
a-
light learning.
I
And
had
then
a,
I was like, did you kill any hooker?
I had a social studies teacher that taught a quarter of the year lesson with Civ 6, or no, it was Civ. I think it was Civ 4. Then when I was in high school.
That's funny. My
Yeah.
social studies teacher also played Civ 4. but
Yeah,
He
yeah.
wouldn't like teach it with it, but I just remember like I was like going up to his desk to ask a question, and I saw it, and I'm like, nice.
Yeah, that looks good. You fuck with
I'd have
Europa
gone, I'd have gone, you
Universalis?
fucking nerd.
No, that game,
Which game?
Europa is just
Yeah.
same with there's that and the Kingdom something.
Or like Hearts of Iron.
No, there's like it's another company, but it's like the basically same
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of idea. That one is just make decisions and watch.
Yeah. So my old roommate, we'll call him Paul. He was really into Europa, and he would play it all the time. And he'd be like, no, but like this time the Germans win. And that was like his whole game plan. It was wild.
It is fun to just rewrite history in an awful way. Should we grab the belt while we're on break?
I think so.
Yeah, I had that idea about one of you holding the belt.
Let's
Last
do it.
night
I'm
as I
so
was
down.
walking home.
I'm so down. Please, I'll just walk behind you, dude.
I was like, how can I not hold it?
Hayden, we're gonna go grab the belt. We'll be right back. Alright. Oh, look at the belt, dude. There it is. I feel bad holding it.
No, you can't. It's like the Stanley Cup. You can't touch it unless.
No, you earned it carrying my suitcase.
There you go. The owner.
At 8 times the speed that I carried the belt.
The holder of the belt said I can hold the belt.
Yeah.
So, but I do feel a little wrong for holding it. Look at this.
You can't. Oh, don't put it on. Dude.
Look at this, dude. Put the shirt over like that. How do you not take this everywhere? All right, we are back, folks, with the belt holder of the Comedy Store roast battle. Look at this thing, man. I feel like I'm in the presence of like comedy, like
Of an unpaid open micer?
yeah,
Yeah.
like an artifact, like a relic.
Yeah.
How long has the Comedy Store roast battle been going on?
It's been like 10 years ago.
And is this the same belt, like one belt?
I don't know if they had it the whole time.
Yeah.
I think for the beginning they didn't.
This is
Which-
awesome.
Oh, the glory days.
This is so cool, and you want nothing to do with
I
it.
hate it.
Dude, if I were you, I'd be wearing that to like go get groceries.
Yeah,
The only reason it's up here is because I figured Ryan would help me with bringing my suitcase up the
and I
stairs.
would. I would. I'd have done it without the belt, though.
Which he brought it upstairs in like 8 times the time it took me to bring the belt upstairs.
This thing's heavy. It's got like some weight to it. It's like real leather and metal.
It is. Because the night that I got it, I walked from my Airbnb, which is a few blocks away, and I was like, as soon as I won, I'm like, I gotta carry this thing
I'll
home.
walk around.
That was
with
your
it.
first thought. It wasn't like, oh, I got the belt. It was like, God damn it, I gotta take the.
It was
hug
immediate
this thing back.
annoyance. Also, Autistic Thunder, Josh Morowitz, who, if you've ever been to roast battle, he's great. He like takes his shirt off 'cause he's kind of fat and his man boobs jiggle, and then like every once in a while he'll just yell, "Yeah, you piece of shit!" like after a roast joke. But yeah, he like keeps the energy going. He was like trying to put it on me, but I was too skinny.
Yeah.
And so they're like, just hold it.
And you get the belt for going 10-0, right?
No, just for being the champion.
Oh, for being the champion?
Yeah, of
But-
the
but you are-
of the undercard division.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But you are 10-0 right now.
In total. So I'm 7-0 at Roast Battle and 3-0 at Comic Wars.
Right on, dude.
So a combined 10 and
Yeah.
0, undefeated,
Undefeated,
undisputed.
belt-holding champion.
Yeah, dude.
That's
Yeah.
awesome, dude.
We'll see how that goes, but then I guess I'm gonna do like Roast Battle in Toronto,
Yeah.
which will be interesting to see the difference. Cause I don't know how they managed to do roasts in Canada, where they're all so sensitive about like every issue
Yeah.
Mhm.
that I don't know. I mean, I'm still gonna just go as hard as I do here,
Good.
but might not go well.
This is so cool, dude.
So what happens if you're back out in Canada and somebody else wins Roast Battle at the Comedy Store? What happens to the belt?
I mean, if I win against Guam, I'm just gonna keep coming back,
Yeah? All
like
right.
for a few days each month to defend it,
Yeah.
and I'll do that till I lose. But also after I lose, like I have people that I've like told I'm gonna do battles with, so I'll come back for that, which is nice. 'Cause that's where I lose this. I go into like the higher division where I can do 5 joke battles
Yeah.
instead of 3 jokes, so that'll be nice.
Heck yeah, dude. So you'll have to fly back. You'll have to take this thing through customs.
I love a
Nah.
TSA
Little
agent.
carry-on?
Yeah, looking at that like, what the fuck is
No
this?
luggage, just this.
Yeah.
Promise to be good. I'll leave it here.
Yes, leave it here. Leave it with us, Luke.
Because I don't want to take it through customs and I have to explain that.
Yeah.
And they're like, "What's this wrestling?" Like, nah, it's dumb. It's jokes.
Yeah.
It's mean jokes.
Then you have to do the worst thing in the world and go, I'm a comic.
Yeah, oh, that's terrible.
That's not as bad as I'm a comic who does the lower level of
Yeah.
a kind of off comedy thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
Yeah, explaining to people that you do comedy, and then they go, "Oh, like the improv?" No, like open mics.
Yeah.
I bomb at open mics.
When we first started
sorry, go ahead.
when we first started getting into comedy, I thought it would be like a cool thing to drop. Like, yeah, I do stand up,
Mhm.
and then you get into it, and you're like, oh, I'm not telling you. I'm not telling my mother that
Yeah.
I'm doing this.
I walk around like a little secret agent.
Yeah.
I feel like
First
sometimes.
question everybody gives me, and they'll do it every time they see me, is, "Oh, are you getting paid now?"
Yeah.
It's like, no,
No,
It-
the opposite actually.
takes
I actually
long.
got
High pay.
I got my first paid gig a couple weeks ago. I made my first comedy dollar
Did.
a couple weeks ago doing a show at Comedy Boulevard.
I did. I also just a week after.
Yeah,
$7.50.
I got 15.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice. You had a bigger crowd.
yeah, I did.
In Canada, you start getting paid immediately, and it's a negative thing. Because, like, in
How's that?
Canada, you'll see people, well, they just get so entitled. Canadian comics have 8 times the ego and half the talent.
Oh no, really?
Like, compared to, like, their American counterpart, is what I've experienced. And that's, I think, why there's so much negativity in the Canadian scenes I've been in, is you're kind of coddled immediately. And so people are getting paid before... Like, I always... Because people get mad at me because I'm like, I don't think people should get paid very, like, early on.
Yeah.
And then my response is always, would you pay to see you?
Yeah.
And it's not. And, like, the casual... Like, some people are paying $20 to see someone do comedy for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And
What?
that's egregious.
Yeah, like I went to my show at Boulevard. Oh, I won't name the name. Actually, I bleeped that out. But my show, I had a show the other week, and yeah, tickets were $20 to watch open micers bomb.
Yeah.
And it's like, what do you also like? Not to mention the you need to bring 3 people.
Yeah,
Aspect of it.
Yeah, there's that. That's like the nasty side of it that, like,
Yeah.
no one likes to see. You
I
just
think-
posted on Instagram like, yeah, I just did a paid show, but
Yeah.
it's like,
I think $20.
Also,
for
if
a-
you're mentioning you did a paid show, you should
Yeah,
quit
yeah,
comedy
yeah,
right now.
yeah.
yeah, that's awful. I would never say that, dude.
we can say it now because this is our first time.
Yeah.
First time ever getting paid. That is big. After years of not,
Yeah, now you only owe $3 on parking.
Yeah,
But-
it's pretty good.
No, I mean, I think it's only like within the last year, I think I got to a point where I would pay to see me. But like before that, I was always like, if someone offered, and I'd be like, a lot of times I would turn it down. And like in the States, I always turn it down because I can't accept it because I want the visa.
Oh yeah.
And I'm always like, whenever like, because like bookers that would pay me they're like, really, you're not going to take the money? And I'm like, when the time comes, sign an affidavit saying that I didn't accept the payment.
Yeah.
Because that's what I need.
Mm-hmm.
Does that
But,
help you with your visa if you can show proof of payment for performances?
No,
Does
if
that
I
help?
showed proof of payment, then I'm breaking the rules.
Oh, that's so backwards.
Which is why
What
I
the
don't
hell?
accept payment.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, that muddies the water.
Yeah, that's always my rule. Like,
Ah,
every time they try to bring me a check, I'm like, don't.
wow.
Because I want to do it right, and I want to be here eventually on a one visa, and I don't want to screw that up. So yeah, I never take it under the table. I return the Venmos. But the thing about bringers is I've been realizing this lately. The negative thing about bringers doing them a lot is not that you have to bring 3 people or 5 people or 10 people. It's that eventually people know you're a bringer comic,
Yeah.
and they write you off.
Yeah.
Mm.
Because whenever I find out someone like new is doing the store, I'm like, oh, they suck.
Mm. Well,
Because they're
because
just just doing those bringers for D's Nuts. They're doing those bringers for the Jimmy Shin show.
they can just bring a crowd.
Yeah, they got their book club.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. It's not how funny they are. It's how many people they can get to buy drinks.
Yeah, and then like comics will have like their like little trade-off things, but then it's like people see that, and then people that are booking like regular shows where you're just booked on your talent,
Mhm.
You don't get those spots.
Yeah. It also doesn't do anything for the show, I've noticed. Because if someone comes to one of my shows, I'll go to theirs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We talk about that a lot, like show debt, but it's just like in good
Show
faith,
debt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If someone comes to one of my shows, I'm going to go to yours.
It's just
Make it fair.
It's open micers helping everybody else out.
Yeah.
Just because it's so fucking awful out
Yeah.
there as a scene.
But like bringing your buddy to your show or your other comic friend to your show, I don't think that helps the show at
It doesn't
all.
help the crowd
Like
at all
you-
because they've seen you do those jokes a billion fucking times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they already know what's going on. It
It's
doesn't
just
add
a
to the
body.
crowd at all. Yeah.
It's just a body in the seat,
Yeah.
which is what they want. They want butts in seats.
Yeah.
You just got to get that 2-drink minimum.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, like, I don't know. Like, do us going to each other's show, we go to every one of each other's shows. Because, duh.
Yeah.
But does that help anything?
No, it doesn't.
Not really. I don't think it does.
Because you're not bouncing jokes off of me. You're bouncing
Yeah.
jokes off of all the strangers you've never seen
Yeah.
before in the audience.
We also have shows where like a bunch of comics come out, and it kind of ruins the show because those comics are all talking and networking
Yep.
in the back,
Oh, that's
and
so
then like the
gross,
people
dude.
that come to these is like, why are these people all chattering, and
Yeah.
why is half the audience out having a smoke?
That's why Badger and Jam is such a special spot. We blow this place up like almost every other podcast, but it's a crowd like all full of comics. But that for some reason that mic it feels like a real crowd. Like there's something weird about Badger and Jam.
It's supportive. It's more I've noticed it's more supportive than any other mics, and
Yeah.
and the comics are more likely to be friendly and open up more. I feel like,
And take risks on jokes too.
Yeah.
Also, it being in a nice part of town generally keeps the weirdos away.
yeah, definitely
yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
that helps a lot.
Well, maybe not, because I mean, the Laugh Factory is 98% weirdos.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. I've kind of
Yeah.
signed that place off.
Laugh Factory.
Yeah,
Yeah.
written it
No.
off.
I mean, they're looking for a specific thing.
I don't think I'm that.
None of us fit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever, dude. I'll have more fun at Badger and Jam.
The Improv is your Tuesday at 5 o'clock is better spent at the Improv.
The improv mic is fun as fuck, dude.
It's the greatest mic in town. I think.
I talk about this all the time. I went on this fucking run for a month a while ago where I got up 4 weeks in a row, and it was the most fun I had Tuesday after Tuesday after Tuesday after Tuesday, and and after 4 times up, just bucket in a hat like on chance, I ran out of stuff to say. I was like, I don't have any new material, so like I had to stop going. I had nothing else to go up at the Improv with
Yeah.
because you can't. Dude, the worst thing to see at like a club open mic is someone going up there like unprepared, like they don't get what it is.
Yeah.
You know?
What blows me away is the people that go up week after week at the Improv and do the same material
Mhm.
when you're trying to impress one lady.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know she's heard it. why is it going to blow her away this week instead of and when it didn't last week?
Yeah.
I mean, after 3 years of getting up a lot and going because I never got the feature spot, and then the Tuesday after I find out I have to leave the country, I get 2 in a row.
Yeah. How about that?
Funny how that works. They never call you when you're ready.
No,
And
well, what it is I've noticed is both times Rita was not in the room. It was Cyrus.
Oh, okay.
So it's just I've always known I'm not Rita's cup of tea.
Yeah.
But this new guy Cyrus likes me, so
I saw you when you got your first callback. I was there. You
Yeah.
went up first, right? second?
it was very close to first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then got
Both
the,
times have been
got the callback.
because like she showed up later in both ones of them.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's just fun having that many people in a room.
Yeah.
That always makes it so much easier.
Yeah. It's
It feels like no other because it's packed out. It's the Improv, packed out, and it's comics. So if they're laughing, it's like, oh, this is really good.
yeah.
I'm also noticing, like, especially if you're doing like dark stuff or like offensive stuff like I do,
Yeah.
it's so much easier in a big room because in a smaller room, 1 or 2 people being like, nope.
It kills the whole
That
audience.
sets the
Yeah.
tone for the whole audience.
Yeah.
But they don't have enough pull in like that many people that, you can get away with.
Yeah.
Because both the times I did it was all dark and like offensive jokes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, and you can slow down more with more people, I've noticed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
Well, you get applause breaks.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice having a larger audience because it spreads the. I don't know a better word for it, but it spreads the risk over a larger amount of people.
Yeah.
If you're going to like gamble on like a big, really dark bit,
Yeah.
it spreads the risk out a little bit. But the timing thing, that's something that I had a problem with at the Improv for a really long time. The first like 2 times I went up there, I was so nervous that I was like speeding through my jokes, and I only recently learned how to like slow down. Because
You slowed down last night.
Yeah.
I told you this. Your pace last night was the best I've ever seen it. Last night.
I've gotten very comfortable with a slower kind of pace of jokes.
You were slowed down, almost at like an idle, and I've never seen you at that slow before, and it was good. And I think that you should take note of that set specifically.
Yeah.
And that should be your.
I've marked it with the smoke through the mouth emoji on
good.
on my sets.
And the gorilla. Or
Yeah,
something?
yeah, and then the arm that goes like
and
this.
the
Yeah.
100.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I've footnoted that. Yeah.
Yeah. You were talking quick for a while.
Yeah, and I think it was a nerves thing because like before the Improv, I'd never really been on a stage that was like that large before, and even though it was an open mic, it's still like it's a large crowd,
Yeah,
and so
And you're also going up in front of your peers that are like above you.
yeah,
makes
people
a
that
difference.
people that have been doing it a lot longer than me, and so it's like you want to impress them, you want to impress Gina, you want to impress like even
Rita.
strangers Rita and strangers that are in the crowd, and a lot of that got to me, but I've gotten a lot more comfortable going up there and just going like, these are my thoughts,
Yeah.
in a slow, and this is how I'm going to present them, and you guys just take that. If it's funny, laugh. If it's not, whatever.
The number one comment I always got from like more established comics and like pro comics and like bookers for the first 3 years that I was doing comedy was they're like, you're doing great, but you have to stop talking over the laughs.
Yeah.
And like that was a big issue for me because now I know
Yeah.
to like just stop
Mm-hmm.
when they're laughing and wait till they're done. But I would get like annoyed because I'm like, I only have 3 minutes, 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have all these bits I wanted to do. So I would get the pop, and then before it ended, I would just keep going.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah. I learned.
so many people were like, you have to stop doing that.
Yeah.
You
Say
stop
what
stepping
you
on-
want to say, and then just shut up.
Yeah, you can't step on like your own laughs. I learned that recently doing the moon landing joke, because I would like I had this like punchline that I thought was a setup to the real punchline, and it would get all these laughs, but then I'd go right into something else that just like put a wet blanket over it, and it was like, just enjoy the laughs, just sit there and
That was the thing I struggled with too, is like not realizing that they don't know, like I have my joke structured in a way in my mind,
Yeah.
but like not realizing that the audience doesn't know that.
Yeah.
So they're going to laugh longer at parts that for me aren't what the joke is.
Yeah.
Another thing I learned is that like you can get a lot of laughs just by saying something, stopping, waiting for them to laugh, and then going again.
Yeah. Yeah, I noticed slow down, and less is more. Unless you're doing an act out, then full throttle it. You never less is more in an act out. If you're gonna do an act out,
So I never do act outs.
don't half-ass an act out.
Yeah, you can't.
I think as far as talking goes, slowing down, obviously. And I don't know. I just think less is more. Unless it's an act out, then you gotta fucking really full throttle it.
You can't. Yeah, you cannot half-ass an act out.
I just did my third set at the Comedy Store potluck
Unbelievable.
last week, and it was a pretty good set, and it was a set where, I only had 3 minutes, but I wanted to fill it all. You know what I mean, with enough jokes, and it's like what I brought up earlier about pulling a last minute audible.
Yeah.
I was gonna do the 3 jokes, but then like last second I decided to switch it all around and do a different 3, and it was just the right decision, and I pulled it off, and it was great. And you think that room fits the same as the Improv?
I don't know. I've never gone up.
No. Oh yeah,
You've never gotten potluck?
I've never gotten potluck.
What?
I'm really hoping for one of these next couple.
We
weeks.
gotta get you in potluck
Yeah, what the
before
hell? You
you
got,
leave.
like,
I gotta
3
get in
weeks
the
left,
ear,
dude.
The thing is, I'm like cool with a lot of the like door guys. I gotta get in the ear of whoever's hosting these next ones. Like, can I be on Friends and Family?
Yeah.
Jesus.
But you've gotten up at the belly room a bunch. I mean, obviously, we got the belt right here.
I mean, yeah, I've done it for Roast Battle. I've done 2 shows in the belly room, and then one like before Roast Battle, like one of the stand-up sets. And they've all been great,
Nice.
like really good. So yeah, those
I've
are some
never-
of my best times in comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is your times at the Comedy Store?
yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Except for after the second show when a lady pretty aggressively tried to, like grab me, and that was weird.
She tried to molest you? Did you get molested
No, she
by
just
a
like
stranger
tried
lady?
to like seduce me, I guess. But
Oh
it
my
was
God.
I was kind of like cornered,
Yeah?
and yeah, it was not great.
Did you hit her
Oh,
with
that's
the...
got nothing to do with the show.
Did
though.
you hit
Yeah,
her with
no,
the
but
show was
John
great.
Wick.
I mean, obviously, I crushed.
Yeah. That's great. I love the Comedy Store, man.
It really is like, it's different.
Yeah.
I was pretty much. Did you find out who the lady to the left of the picture was?
No.
Yeah.
I wish.
Yeah.
The
The lady with the great butt.
She got a good butt, man. And I even reached out to the person who took the picture. I won't say her name, but and I was like, "Do you know who this is?" And she said no.
Ah, darn.
And I don't even remember what her face looks like. But
Because you were too busy staring at that ass.
She's got a
dude.
nice rump, and it's on my Instagram.
You know, your other your paramour before that is no longer working at the comedy club she worked at. So
Yeah.
she's vulnerable.
Oh, her?
Yeah,
Wait, we talked about it on your podcast?
I think so.
Oh yeah. She's not working at the store. At the store?
No,
Oh, that's a shame.
it is.
I forgot
But
about
again,
her.
vulnerable.
I forgot about her. She was cute.
Forgot about her. Look at this guy just
I
jumping
didn't mean.
from
Hold on.
woman
I
to
didn't mean it
woman.
like that. Hold on. I didn't mean
This
it
is
like
why
that.
you can never fall in love with a jailbird.
She was cute. But I love being at the Comedy Store. See how I just moved on from
It
her?
is.
Yeah, see how you just set up a clip so your
Yeah.
editing will be a little easier? Yeah. No, I saw that. Don't hide behind the, yeah, no, I like the
Listen,
store. I saw
listen.
that.
To your
Listen.
point, though, I will like. That's one of the things I'm gonna miss the most is the comedy store because to me it feels like the bar from Cheers.
Yeah.
And just like, I don't know, like the Improv. Like when you go there, if it's not the mic, you're like, oh, they want you out of here.
Mhm.
But
I
like,
never felt welcomed as a comedian, as an open mic comedian, at the Improv or especially the Factory.
Oh yeah, definitely not.
Or I just feel like, if you're not performing or watching, get out. They're just like,
Yeah.
get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
But the store, man, they're like, come on. And if you know door guys and stuff and you're friendly, they're like, hey, open seats in the belly room.
Yeah.
Get up there.
The bartenders are super nice.
So nice.
Which for me was huge because like I would say like Merv and Amy were like the 2 people who like first made me feel welcome there,
Yeah.
which is crazy because I'm always so nervous ordering stuff at bars.
Mhm.
So like I don't know, yeah, they're just great. And then yeah, all the door guys, and you can see like big comics.
Yeah.
And we told this story on the podcast before, we were like straight open micers, like even more inexperienced than we were, and like Bobby Lee was just hanging out in that rotunda outside the comedy store.
Yeah.
And we ran into him, and we were just like, "Hey, Mr. Lee, we're huge fans." And he goes, "Are you guys comics?" We're like, "Yeah, we're open micers." He goes, "Come with me," and he gets us into a back seat at the
Yeah.
was it the
OR.
the OR, yeah.
You
And
keep
just-
calling
just
that a
brought us in.
rotunda, and you'll fit right in.
But it was just cool, just being like, we're doing open mics, and this guy, like light years ahead of us, got us up to where they take the tickets, and he was just like, yeah, they're with us, and
Yeah.
got us in. We got to see who went on. Who was that?
Martin Lawrence.
Yeah, we got to see Martin Lawrence do
Nice.
fucking 15 minutes for free.
But yeah, there's also just like nowhere else like that, like no club like that.
Yeah.
It's like New York doesn't have anything like that, which is what I missed when I was there. Like there are mics that are kind of hangouts, but it's not the same as like being at the store where there's gonna be like professional comedians and big names. You can't hang out at the Cellar
Yeah.
because like 3 separate buildings. Yeah.
Yeah, I just love it so much, and I love going to Badger and Jam and just walking down to the store, grabbing a drink, smoking too many cigarettes, hanging out, someone else walks up, and you're like, yo, what's up? And then you're talking to this dude, and they're like, yeah, open seats in the main room. Let's go. Oh, shit, come on, let's go. And now you're at watch, and then Jesselnick walks out. You're like, oh, my God, fuck, this is crazy. Tim Dillon comes out.
I was about to bring up the last time that happened. It was Tim Dillon.
Yeah.
We
And
just-
then it's like insane. It just really is so clearly the best club.
yeah.
And I like how like the other clubs know that.
Yeah, they got
Like
it.
Improv knows they're second.
Yeah, yeah, dude.
All the door guys that work at the Improv are like just waiting for my time to get hired at the store.
I could not imagine being a door guy anywhere else. Imagine you're a door guy at the factory.
We know a door guy. At
Yeah,
the factory.
Dan's,
Dan. Yeah.
And I mean, I wouldn't mind it.
I would.
I think door
wanna-
guy at any comedy club would be a cool job.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd
I
be
mean,
cool.
obviously, it's like drudgery. It's like it's still like
Yeah, but at least you're
something
doing
you have to do. But like at the store, it's like a special thing.
Yeah.
Because like
That's
I
top.
always
That's
said,
top.
like told people, like people don't understand. Like if I were offered a job as a door guy or just like janitor or whatever
Mm-hmm.
at the store, I would quit my legal career to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I clean toilets
Um,
at the store.
Mhm.
Because it is kind of a sign that you're on your way to being a professional comic, and they talk a lot about that in the Comedy Store documentary.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Mike Binder.
Mike Binder one. Yeah.
That's why it's such a celebration, like when your friends get a job there.
Yeah.
It's so cool that Miranda Meadows and Angie Stroud got that job. Like, that's so awesome.
That is awesome. Well, man, one day we'll all be in there, man,
Yeah.
and a few of our peers that we know.
Actually, on that note, sorry, I know we're running out of time, but the other day I was at the Comedy Store, and Eric Rocha, who's like one of my favorite people to watch, he's like this kind of, he's gay, but he's like the most like manly dude.
Yeah.
He like takes me aside, and he's like, he'd been drinking, but he's like, you're meant to be a comic here. And he's like, the Comedy Store's like, it's going to benefit from you. And he's like, and you can trust me because I'm not at all sexually attracted to you.
It's like, how can you compliment and roast a guy at the same time?
Which would have seemed weird if it wasn't how every female comic is complimenting my career. But it's so funny.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, I think I agree with him. I think he's right.
Yeah.
No, I do too.
And I think LA's taking a big hit with you leaving.
When I think about like, it's like this is, I'm gonna dive into religion a bit here, but
Do
like
it.
whenever I pray about my career, like the three things that I pray about are is that like my friends do well, and I'm not jealous of my friends when they do well or better than me, and then for me, it's that things come together and like
Yeah.
I get opportunities and I make the most of those opportunities, and then the biggest thing is patience.
Yeah.
Because I know I have the talent and I know I have the work ethic, but I also know it's probably going to take a lot of drudgery, a lot of like going through it, a lot of rejection. But in time, like I'm confident it'll work out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Those are very good things to focus on. It's important to focus on the positives.
You were talking about
And-
Dave Smith earlier. He had this really cool quote a couple of podcasts ago that I really loved. He was like, the love for stand-up comedy isn't the first couple of years that you get into it, because it's like this new thing and you romanticize it and you're out and you're drinking, you're doing stand-up, you're telling jokes. The real love for stand-up is when like you're 8 years in and you're still not, you're funny, you've become funny, but you're not getting the positions that you think that you've earned.
Yeah.
And if you keep doing it past that, that's the real love for stand-up comedy.
That's why the only time I'll tell other comics to quit, and
Yeah.
it is fun and to do it really brashly.
Yeah.
But when they're like brand new and like, oh, open mics, like if in your first 5 years and you're like, oh, open mics,
Yeah.
quit.
Yeah.
Because
Go
you don't
ahead.
love this,
Yeah.
and there are easier ways to make 70,000 a year.
Mm.
So,
Yeah.
but they have these in their mind. It's like this. They're like, I'm gonna be Bill Burr. But the thing is, success in comedy is so rarely Bill Burr level. It's Dave Smith or below.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you grow up with a lot of, we have all these people around us, and like a win it's important to know that like a win for someone else isn't a loss for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a win for them, and being shitty about it doesn't help anything. It just hurts you. It
It
only
does.
hurts you fucking getting wrapped up in all that
It hurts
dumb
you
shit.
psychologically and as far as networking goes.
Yeah.
Because people can see that negativity
Mm-hmm.
and like they don't trust you if it's like obvious enough. But
Yep.
also just like, you're a bummer to be around.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, like, talking bad to others. Talking bad about others to other people. And I mean, I don't know, unless it's like very apparent or whatever. It's just, I don't know, I kind of keep my mouth shut with stuff that's outside of me.
There are things you have to call out. Like if
Of
you love
course.
comedy, for the benefit of comedy, you have to call it. There are people who are exploiting it
Of course.
and
of course.
who are like doing so much, but they're not funny at all.
Mhm.
And like you can't be like, yeah, if your thing is like social media and you're not like really good, but you're getting a lot of followers, like don't be like, I respect that.
Yeah.
Be like, that's a separate thing.
Or if you're
And
calling out
exploiting
genuinely
our thing.
funny people for being racist, fascist
Oh yeah,
on Instagram,
if
or
someone
being
yeah.
anti-LGBTQ.
Yeah, no, fuck John Pridmore.
Yeah, there we go, dude.
Don't associate with him. He's a racist. He hates Hispanics
Mm-hmm.
and Armenians. And no, yeah, people like that who are, or like, all the people who like make that documentary about Crystalia
Yeah.
or the special about Crystalia. Fuck them.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, they're not doing it because they care about the victims.
Yeah.
They're doing it to like
For
prepare
clicks.
or like propel themselves.
Mm-hmm. Trying to get some quick cash there.
For clicks
Yeah.
and likes.
But yeah, anyone calling out comics for doing jokes, don't associate with them.
All right, well, hey, fellas, we got a hard out in 10 minutes, man. 10 minutes.
We do got to be getting out of here. We have a mic to go to just
Yeah.
right now.
I feel like that was to stop me from naming people.
Yeah.
No, we do have a mic, though.
Luke, I'm part of the Rothschilds. I'm silencing you.
Thank you for coming on, man. Episode 83.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
It's
Not
great to
just
have
on
you.
the podcast, but also in the corner of your living room.
We're happy to have you here.
It's pronounced the studio, all
The
right?
studio. Yeah.
We're happy to have you here
It's just
anytime.
in an apartment.
Yeah.
Even if you come back in town
Yeah.
and you need a place to crash, man, you can always crash with us.
Yeah.
Thanks.
As long as you let me walk around with the belt, that's all I ask for.
It's a perfect symbiotic relationship because I don't want it.
All right, guys, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Tune in next week for episode 84. Make sure to email the podcast, bombingpodcast@gmail.com.
Luke, where can people reach you?
Luke David Walls on Instagram, Luke Walls 222 on TikTok, and check out on Jam in the Van's YouTube page. Look up me and Miranda Meadows roast battle, and there's also a reel of it on Instagram. Look on their Instagram, and to the guy that said this is not it, tell him negative things about who he is as a person.
Yeah, 10-0, baby. 10-0.
10-0, Ryan.
Ryan Jennings on Instagram. Man, that's it.
I'm Hayden Wyckoff, HaydnWickkoff on Instagram. Hit me up, follow. And, fellas, that's it.
That's it, guys.
That is it.
Nice.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
Good night.